Everybody cares when we're voting for president. Nobody seems to give a fuck when it's an off election year.
That's fact. That's straight fact. Fact.
But the question is why? You don't even vote for president when it is a presidential election year.
Okay,
So
stop. Let me stop you. Let me stop you because you're spreading falsehoods. So don't be putting that out there in the new metaverse. Okay. Stop it.
don't be putting that don't be putting that hex on me, Ricky Bobby.
Exactly. I've voted every time I've been eligible, every single time.
I'm sorry I couldn't hear you pass the train.
That was like 2 minutes ago. What are you talking about?
So continue.
But
If
yeah,
I got it wrong, let's get it right. And when I said let's get it right, let's make sure I get it right. If I misspoke, what is your assessment of what you've been doing?
well, just to make it clear, for the third time now, on just in the last 5 minutes, I voted for president every single time I've been eligible since 2000. Every single time. Okay, including this past one. Just because I didn't vote for Biden or Trump doesn't mean I didn't vote.
That's
Okay.
fair. That's fair. That's fair. And I'm happy to retract that. And fortunately, we're we we I do think it's important that you vote, even though you probably voted for somebody who probably wasn't gonna fucking win. So
Oh well. But at least my conscience is clean.
whatever the fuck that means. Like
It's pretty clear what it means. It's just what I just said.
I mean, well, whoever you voted for, and I feel like you'll never ever feel so inclined to actually tell people who you voted for.
Because I
At
don't need
least
to.
not me.
Because I don't need to.
Right. Right. But what you're saying is so do you feel that people that voted for somebody else other than who you voted for that their conscience isn't also clear?
If, as I've said before, also on this show, I believe in the last few episodes, if you voted for somebody only because you're voting against the other guy, even though the guy you voted for you didn't like him either, and now you want to bitch and moan, complain about all the shit he's doing now, like I said before, then essentially that's partially your fault.
Okay.
Because again, obviously Biden won. He had 80 something million votes, whatever the hell it was. And we'll never know this, but I wonder how many of those people that voted for him were voting against Trump and didn't like Biden either, for whatever reason.
I mean, I do love to operate in this
So, and,
realm.
and I say the
Well,
same thing. And I say the thing with Trumpsters too. How many people voted for him because they didn't like Biden, but they didn't like Trump either. Same thing. So if all you combine all those people who voted that way and they voted for somebody else, guess what? Somebody else probably would have won. That's the mentality we all need to get away from: is voting against somebody else. And vote for the person you feel like would do a better job as president, not because you're afraid of the other person.
I
That
mean,
that's the mentality that needs to stop
I
completely.
mean,
It never
I mean,
will because people are stupid, but that's the fact. That's fact. And I've been a part of that too, but no more.
so when did you magically decide to no longer be a part of this political machine?
The 2020 election.
So what was different about 2020 versus 2016?
Exactly what you just said. I felt dirty voting for Hillary Clinton. I wasn't a big fan of her, but I was voting against Donald Trump.
Okay.
And looking back on that, I'm just like, why? That just doesn't make no sense. Because just in moral, ethical consistency, it's like, why am I, you know, saying one thing but doing another? If I don't
I
like either
mean,
one of them, why am I voting for either one of them? Then don't vote for either one of them.
the irony is that we don't know any of these motherfuckers. So the whole a likability fucking matrix is hilarious. And I'm
Well,
not saying that's about you necessarily. I'm saying we do this every fucking election cycle. And so whoever you landed on, I don't give a shit because it's really not 100% about you, Jason. I mean, you're one
yes,
of it's one of hundreds of millions of people who voted in this election. Um Now, what I do find interesting is if we're all about the hey, my conscience is clear type deal because you feel like you're going to vote for someone that maybe you don't feel you don't want to say it's complicated, right? If we were to tie this to a Facebook status relationship type deal, you don't want to say it's complicated. That's what it seems like I'm hearing.
If you want to put it that way, okay.